Jodie.
And I'm Ashley.
And I'm Edie.
I'm Matt.
And this is Max,
our dog.
And we are
the
Beau
Luna Adventures!
That's actually right.
We are documenting our challenges and triumphs as we convert this Mercedes Sprinter into a comfortable family campervan.
Once completed, we'll travel in it long term whilst world schooling our children, stepping out of our comfort zone and embracing a new adventure. Please subscribe to follow our journey.
Indie Projects t-shirt on can only mean one thing: we've got a day on the van. The kids and Jodie are off. Bye.
Bye, Dad.
Right, see you in a bit. So I'm going to be up on the steps doing or fitting the reversing camera. Wish me luck. Okay, it's a T20 Torx bit or star bit to undo these little screws on the back. Bit of help from various trim tools. Let's see if we can get this off without breaking it, just in case there's anything wrong with the camera and I need to replace this that's already here. Yes. Okay, here we are. Do this little clip here for the electrics and we're out. Happy days. Okay, that's the old rear brake light, third brake light out, but there is a bit of rust that will need treating and the paint's also bubbling around there, so I'm going to get all that off, clean it up before we go any further. I've got some white spirit and some pure alcohol, and we're going to clean up all the old gasket off where the third brake light was, ready to put the reversing camera in, because then I'm going to need to scrub it down a little bit with a wire brush and treat it with some hammerite. So let's get cracking. That's it all cleaned up, got rid of the residue from the old gasket from the brake light. Now I need to just treat the areas where the rust is under the paint, where it's bubbled. So that's going to be the next job. Yeah, I'm hitting it with the crust now I've cleaned it all up. Just a bit of rust proofing. Okay, so this is the old brake light that I've just taken down. I've taken the LED lighting section out of it, it just unclips, so that was quite handy. And this is the new one with the camera. I've checked the holes for the screws and they look like they pretty much line up, so that's really good. This one is a bit more substantial, I can tell that, but this one does have the camera in it, so happy days. So all I need to do now is figure out how to get the LED lighting strip into there with this cable. I'm presuming that it just clips out the way, so let's give it a go and see how we get on, shall we? Alright, so that's looking good. So all I need to do now is feed these through the gap where the brake light was and connect them up into the cab now, and we'll fit the screen and the electrics. Let's give that a go. There's cables coming off the monitor, cables coming off the reversing light, and then I've got the video lead cable, so this goes from the camera all the way to the front in the cab to the monitor to give us the picture. Then I've got two power leads. I've got this one here, which looks fairly long and a little bit thicker than this one, which is pretty short. and the cables are tiny. So I'm presuming that that one's for the camera, this one's for the monitor, and yeah, it all just needs wiring together. Okay, so I'm in the cab now and I'm just figuring out where I'm going to get the cables through. For the monitor, for the reversing camera, there's a center console right here with the light in it and what have you, and I'm going to see if I can pop that off and get the cable through there somehow. Let's see how it goes. Okay, well that looks good. Let's see if I can get our hand in there and get some cables through. So now all I need to do is give myself some space around this headliner, pretty much central. And I've heard that it just pops off. Let's give it a go, shall we? Okay, I hope I caught that. They just literally pop straight down, so that should give me a feed now straight down through there all the way along to under here, which is where I need to be with the cables. So let's give it a go. And this is a 10 meter lead that goes to the back, so from the monitor to the camera itself, just transferring the signal from the camera to the monitor. So it's not a power lead or anything like that. So with this being 10 meters long, if I can feed it through there, what I'll do is I'll get the power cable and I'll tape it to it and pull that all the way through. Let's go back into the cab and we'll see if we can find it in there somewhere. So I'm sticking my hand up. Holy cow, that was easy. That was so simple. There it is, there's the cable. Wow, fantastic. Right, so let's take the power cable to the other end, feed that through, and then yeah, the cables will be in place. That was way too simple. Okay, we're just about all in the van. I've got the power lead now taped to the video lead, and I'm going to get some help. So if you can just start pulling that, please, Martha. That's it. Go and give it some.
I'm pulling it really carefully.
That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Pull it from there now. Pull it from there. That's it. Careful.
Inside right now.
That's it. There we go. That's it. Cool. We've got power lead through. I had to actually extend the power lead because it was only 70 centimeters long, which wasn't long enough to come up over the headlining. So luckily I had some cable left over that I cut off in the van to the internal lights in the back that came on with the sliding door, which we no longer need. So I've soldered and heat shrunk those to extend it to give us a bit more to play with. That's okay, you can leave it there, thank you. A little bit fiddly getting the cables through here, but not too bad. I've got the power cable through, so now I'm just trying to get the video cable through. There it is. That's it. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, brilliant. So now we've got the power lead and the video lead through the headlining. Right, getting to the final stages. So I've put the sponge gasket on that surrounds the light. So I peeled off one side and stuck that to the light. The other side will stick to the actual body of the van. But the original screw holes are right on the top outer edge on both sides. So I think I might just extend the holes just a tiny bit better. Okay, that's temporarily wired in. The reversing light cable is white with a blue stripe, if that helps anybody. So that's the positive in there to the camera, and the negative here I'm going to bolt to this negative terminal on the chassis. Okay, moment of truth. Everything's temporarily in place, so I've just temporarily wired everything in just to make sure it works. So here we go. Let's see what happens when we select reverse. Hey! There we are. Okay, pop it out of reverse. Off it goes, back into reverse. Hey, that's brilliant. All right, cool. It works really well because now we can see behind the van, so that's going to be brilliant. I've just taped up the connections, the power lead and also the video feed from the camera with electrical insulation tape, just to give them a tiny bit of protection, but it's more to stop them popping apart with the vibrations of the van. It's not going to be too difficult to get to them, because all I'm going to do is pop this, if I can get my fingernails in there without a tool. Yeah, there we go. Pop the interior light down and then just pull them up from the inside. There's my neighbours. So yeah, and we're about done then. Happy days. That would have been so much quicker if I hadn't found that rust above the brake light where the camera is now. But it wouldn't have taken too long at all, to be honest. And it helps having the fan completely stripped out, obviously, to get to the wires and things like that. But yeah, nice quick job, and now I can see behind me when I'm reversing.